Yes, good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to the interpretation of the statutes class. And now you read that what I posted on the screen. Anyone can unmute and read. Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen.
International Olympic Day, also called Olympic Day Run, is an international event organized every year on 23rd June to encourage the sports and fitness. The theme of the International Olympic Day 2021 is Stay healthy, stay strong, stay active with the Olympic Day workout on 23rd June.
That is the theme of this Olympic Day of 2021. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay active with the Olympic Day workout on 23rd June. And stay safe also in the home because that is also one of the. What is the logo of the Olympic Day? Anyone?
Firing, sir. Firing.
Fire rings, yes. There is one logo of the car also, which is having the four rings. What is that car name? Brand name?
What, sir?
Pass.
Car logo.
Pass, sir.
You don't know car logo? See the car. For instance, you take car of Mercedes Benz. Mercedes Benz, and its logo is how it is. See, Mercedes Benz, this is the car, its logo is like angle type, it will be there. Like here, I will show you. So, one of the, I think, audio or do that is the car which is having the four rings. It also, but it is having the firings. But anyway, that is the point what I want to make it out. And we are going to deal today class is
External aids.
external aids. What is the another name for the external aids? If you don't know, you say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
Extrinsic aids. How do you write it?
EXTRINCID.
XEX. Here I will write XTRNCIC. Extrinsic aids. This is the another name for the. Yes, I will bold it so that you could know. Yeah, this is the extrinsic aid also we can say, or external aid also we can say. Why do you need the external aids? Tell me, anyone. Why do you need the external aids? If you know it, tell me. If you don't know it, they will say pass on.
If internal aids are not sufficient, sir.
What is right hand means? It is other than the left hand is the right hand, sir.
Generally, it is like that one, sir.
What is she means? Other than he is she.
Yes, sir.
But now, other than he is she, where there is a third gender also. What do you call the third gender?
Pass on, sir.
Transgender.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And the famous case law in the transgender is? There is one case law with transgender. Anyway, that let me see that Union of India, that is it is the legal cell authority, National Legal Cell Authority, and another organization versus Union of India, where the transgenders' rights also will be given over there. Even the transgenders, it is in what do you consider in the quotas, that is reservation should be given for the even transgenders also. That was the contention of them. Anyway, that's come. External aids are needed because when you want to explain the statute itself, it will not make it clear. At that instance, we can take the use of the external aids. For instance, if you say singular includes plural, singular includes plural, and masculine includes feminine. Masculine includes feminine. Who said? Who said? See, use of General Clause Act of 1897, which is an external aid, that is one of the statutes, and which clearly mention in section 13, masculine gender includes feminine gender and singular includes plural. That is there. And suppose a person, what is the person, where it is defined? If the statute is silent about the person, at that instance, we should have to use a General Clause Act of 1897 and the definition section, which is there in the section 3, and where it comes, clause 8 will say about the persons. I think that I have shown you on the screen. And we have the General Clause Act, we will study it no doubt, in the unit 5. Yes. So that is where we can say the effect of repeal is given in the section 6 and power of appointment is given in the section 16, and this is a central act. General Clause Act of 1897 is a central act. Even Telangana General Clause of Act also be there, and we will feel whenever that statute is silent over there, when we can refer the state General Clause Act, and if it is not given the answer for that one, then we will refer the Central General Clause Act. These are the external sources. So this is the one of the thing which I want to show you. Then let us see what are the things will come under it. And in my yesterday class, and I posted also the thing, what is General Clause Acts and what are the things would be covered over there. What are the things will be covered over there? I don't know whether you have seen annotation required, whether only one thing is there, so no need not to be make it out because my cursor itself is the annotation. And now I posted you yesterday the thing which is I will also show you now. Yes. So these are the external aids in the interpretation of statutes. Read anyone? Anyone can unmute and read.
External aids in interpretation of statutes. These are the external aids in interpretation of statutes with parliamentary material, historical background and surrounding circumstances, reports of a committee or a commission, social, political and economic developments and scientific inventions, official statement, reference to the other statutes, dictionary, meanings, definition, judicial decisions, other materials, etc.
Professor Dr. Muhammad Sahib Hussain. Yes, what is the difficult word or you will find in this posting which you did not know the meaning of it? Anyone? Sir, I did not find such a word. Or abbreviation or contraction or acronym. Yes? Say, if you know it, you say, sir, this is my difficult word which I did not understand the meaning of it. Sir, I know everything. What is the answer?
What, sir? Please repeat again.
Everything, sir. I know everything, sir.
Repeat again. Repeat itself is again. Then you say, why you repeat again? Eh? Only one word is there. Repeat. What is the word or contraction or abbreviation which is difficult to you to understand it and know the meaning of it? If you know it, you can tell me. Sir, we did not find any difficult words in this posting.
And here only one abbreviation is there, whiz.
Yes. Now you tell me why you are taking that much time to know it, because you can easily catch it. Okay. What is the whiz means? Anyone? Anyone? What is the meaning of whiz? If you know it, you can tell me. If not, you can say pass on. Vedele set. I think I am Vedele set. I think I am right in my spelling. Vedele set. That is a Greek word. That is a Latin word. Vedele set. It equivalent is namely. Now let us see whether what I wrote is correct or not. Spelling. V-A-Z. Videle set. That means namely. So let us check it because cross checking is very much important whether you know the spelling is or not. Videla set. No, it is a V daily set. It is a V daily sit. So now I have to change it. V daily sit. So V-I-D-E, okay. D is right. V-I-D-E-L-I-C-T. L-I-C-E-T. C-E-T. So now it is correct. Yes, it is a Vidal set. V-I-D-A-L-I-C-E-T. Vidal set means namely, more formal term of the viz, namely its equivalent. So that is the meaning of the means namely parliament material, historical background and other things are we can represent with the VIZ and that is a Latin terminology. Vidal set is the full form of it. Repeat. Sir, చూపెట్టండి సార్ స్క్రీన్ మీద చూపెట్టండి సార్ ఓకే
Vidal Z, sir. Vidal Z.
Vidal set. Huh? Yeah, that is the
Vidal
equivalent is namely. So that is the thing which you want to make it out. Then let us go to our thing, external aids in detail for study. Yes, document 1 and external aids and yes. Yes, now we'll go to it. Then we'll see where it is. I keep it in our screen only. Okay. Now I am going to the point of the what are the things and how do you explain it, which I take it from here that this is about the mood court and computer shortcut and it is a laptop, then internal statutes, yes, internal statutes and external aids. Yes, these are the external aids where you read it. Of course, yeah, here I put it external aid slats, and these are the external aids. Yes. So when the internal aids are not adequate, the court has to take the recourse to the external aids. And external aids may the parliamentary history, history of facts and surrounding circumstances, social, political, economic development and scientific inventions, or reference to other statutes, or the textbooks, or dictionaries, judicial decisions, both the foreign and Indian, and government circular, publications, and commission, committees, reports, or other materials. These are said to be the external aids. In Prabhakar Rao and other versus state of Andhra Pradesh and others, Justice O. Chinnappa Reddy has observed where internal aids are not forthcoming, we can always have a recourse to the external aids. And discover the object of the legislation and external aids are ruled out. External aids are not ruled out, means not taken away. This is now a well-settled principle of modern statutory construction. Who said? Who said?
Chinnappa Reddy.
Justice
Chinnappa Reddy, sir.
O. Chinnappa Reddy. What is stand for O?
Surname, sir.
What is the full form of O?
How we know, sir?
Unteddu. This is Justice Chinnappa Reddy.
Okay, sir.
I am getting resound. Means many people kept it open. Their yes speaker. That's why I am getting the resound. Yes. So this is Justice Chinnappa Reddy, O. Chinnappa Reddy, and O. Unteddu. Unteddu. So the public has a right to be present in the court and watch the proceedings and its conduct, except in the very rare cases where the very cause of advancement of justice requires that the proceedings be held in camera. అంటే అర్థం ఏంటిదండి? Say, or you can say pass on. Whenever the proceedings are going on the High Court or Supreme Court or any one of the court, you can have a right to observe such a proceedings without making any disturbance to the proceedings, unless until it is a what I say A rape case where the sensitive matters are there, that would be only in camera. Means public will not be allowed. So it is decided in the which case law? Justice Ontedu Chinnappa Reddy, Ontedu. Spelling O-N. Spelling tell me O-N. Here I have given the total and I will show you. And I am sure that nobody knows till today the full name of the Justice O. Chinnappa Reddy. It is Ontedu Chinnappa Reddy, died at the age of 90 in Hyderabad on April 13, 2013 in the Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad. And he is born in September 25, 1922. Justice Ontedu Chinnappa Reddy served as a Supreme Court judge from July 1978 till September 1987. And he is a man from the Guti, Andhra Pradesh. Yes. So Justice Ontedu Chinnappa Reddy, oh, many people are open their speaker and they are discussing themselves. Don't open your speaker. Don't unmute it unless until I will say unmute and say. Otherwise, I will get the disturbance. Or your private talk, I could hear you. Whatever you are speaking. So Justice Ontedu Chinnappa Reddy, and he decided the case, and that is the case law of. Yes, where it is gone, external aids. Yeah. It is Prabhakar Rao and others versus state of AP, where he said we cannot overrule the external aids. External aids are very much important when we fail to get the statute, what is the inner meaning from the internal or intrinsic aids, which is there in the statute itself. Okay, now let us say parliamentary history. Oh, your private talk. You don't talk private. Mute it. See, you mute it. Otherwise, I will get the sound. So, when the parliamentary history or historical facts and surrounding circumstances will be taken into consideration when you are explaining the statute interpretation, and where the parliamentary debates are also known as Hansard. Hansard. Hansard parliamentary debate, which is in the publishing form or book form. So, whenever you are referring it, where we cannot know the meaning of the parliamentarians and what the intention of them using such a word, at that instance, they will take the parliamentary history or historical debates, they will say. For instance, you take the S.R. Chowdhury versus State of Punjab and others, it is settled position that debating the Constitutional Assembly may be relied upon an aid to interpret the constitutional provisions because it is the function of the court to find out the intention of the framers of the Constitution. So, whenever a debate would be there on any act, yes, the proceeding will be written form. So, in the debate, various people will give the different angle of their say and what it is useful, what is the object of the act, how it function, and how it would be useful for the society. And this debate would be there in the parliament. That would be proceedings will be taken into consideration, and they will put it in a book form. In other words, we can say also Hansard, Hansard. So from there also we can take it the meaning of it. Then we can apply it. Then see that a justice should be done to the parties. Who does all those things? Court means judges. Let us see the Indira Sahani versus Union of India, and this is case law where this is also said as a Mandal reservation cases, and while interpreting the Article 16, sub-article 4 of the Constitution of the Constitution, the Supreme Court referred Dr. Ambedkar's speech in the Constitutional Assembly as expression regarding the backward class of citizen which is not defined. A backward class definition which is not defined, hence who are the backward, it is taken from the speeches of the Constitutional Assembly, the expression from there. The court held that reference to the parliamentary debate is permissible to ascertain the context or the background and objective of the legislature, but at the same time, such references could not be taken as a conclusive or binding on the court. Only it is a persuasive value. If the court want, they can take it out. If the court doesn't want, they can remove it. But generally, to give the justice to the party and what would be the right in the context, they will take the meaning which is given in the parliamentary debates. And thus, in the Mandal reservation case, that is the Supreme Court restored the parliamentary history as an aid to the interpretation. Mandal reservation case is nothing but Indira Sahani versus Union of India, subject to the correction. So now, if you want to see any meaning of it, the interpretation of it, the internal aids will not be sufficient over there. Then we have to refer to the external aids. And at that time, which will be the suitable answer and a context would be there for that one. It will be taken into consideration and the court will decide the case in that by taking such a expression. So that is an external aid. Let us see the second one is social and political and economic development and scientific invention. See, society is changing over there and naturally the law should also be changed. And that is the reason that every act needs the amendment. SP Gupta versus Union of India in this case law, the interpretation every statutory provision must keep pace with the changing concept and values and it must, to the extent to which it is language permits, rather does not prohibit, suffer adjustment through the judicial interpretation so as to accord with the requirement of the fast changing society which is undergoing rapid and social and economic transformation. Suppose in the handwriting experts or experts' opinion in the Indian Evidence Act, it is clearly said in the section, handwriting expert, at that instant, whether typewriter also could be used as a handwriting or not. Earlier we used to write the handwriting. Is it or not? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Before the invention of the see, whenever you are listening my class, please see that the background should not have any sound. Otherwise, no, the background sound I will get it when you unmute and give the answer to me. Yes. Now, before the fountain pen invention, how the people used to write? Either on the paper, or engrave on the stone, or palmilla leaves. What is the pen they used to make it out? When you are writing on the paper or any other material is concerned, a writing material.
Copper sheets also, sir.
Yes, that is a paper. It is like now I am using the pen. What is the pen they are using at the time?
Ink pens, sir. Ink, gel, gel pens, ink pens.
Ika. Feather. 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 And dip in the ink pot, they used to write it before the fountain pen invention. That is called quilt. 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 Before the fountain pen would be invented over there, people used to write the feathers, that is the quilt, by dipping in the ink pot, and they used to write it over there. So, Hansard, and here the point here is the when the judicial interpretation will be needed over there, and the changing concept means handwriting includes typewriter because of the invention of the printing press. Who is the inventor of the printing press?
John Gutenberg.
I appreciate. Very good. Who is the greatest lexicographer in the English language?
Pass answer.
Yes, okay. It is the Samuel Johnson. He is a Dr. Johnson, Samuel Johnson. He is the greatest lexicographer because he used so many words, illustrations, graphics, different meaning. So Dr. Samuel Johnson, the greatest lexicographer in English language. Which law dictionary is the best? Sir, maku తెలియదు సార్, మాకు దాచిపల్లి డిక్షనరీ తెలుసు సార్.
Oxford, sir.
In a law language, in the legal language, a legal or law dictionary.
Pass answer.
చెప్పండి, తొందరగా చెప్పండి. బ్లాక్స్ లా డిక్షనరీ. Blacks, B-L-A-C-K, first VS, Black Dictionary is the use of the dictionary at the Supreme Court is the increasingly popular for the various reasons. Black Law Dictionary is most frequently used over there in the interpretation of the statutes are concerned, and that is the standard one. Of course, it is given in the online also. Westlaw database is there. Okay, who is the inventor? Who is the IPC? Father of the IPC? Quick. Pass on అనండి లేకుంటే.
Pass on, sir.
Thomas Babington Macaulay is the father of the IPC. He is the draftsman of the IPC. మనకు ఎట్లనో కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ డ్రాఫ్ట్స్మన్ ఎవరండి? చైర్మన్ ఆఫ్ ది డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీ.
Ambedkar, sir.
మొత్తం పేరు చెప్పాలండి.
B.R. Ambedkar.
డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్. సో లా ఆఫ్ ఎవిడెన్స్, ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ ది లా ఆఫ్ ఎవిడెన్స్ అందరూ ఓపెన్ చేసి పెట్టారు. ఎస్, ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ ది లా ఆఫ్ ఎవిడెన్స్.
Pass on, sir.
It is the law of evidence. Read what I posted on the screen. Read what I posted on the screen.
Sir James Fitzjames Stephen, Law of Evidence.
Next.
Argo Grotius, father of the modern international law. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, father of the law in India.
Yes. So this is the thing which I want to. ఇప్పుడు మనం నమస్కారం పెడతాం కదండి. ఇండియన్ స్టైల్ నమస్కారం ఎట్లా పెడతామండి? 2 చేతులు భుజం మీద పెడతాం. 2 చేతులు, 2 hands. చెప్పాలండి. ఇండియన్ స్టైల్ ఆఫ్ నమస్కారం.
Joining the 2 hands, sir.
మరి ఎక్కడ పెట్టాలా చేయి? అవి 2 తల మీద పెట్టాలనా, మెడ కింద పెట్టాలనా, నడుము కింద పెట్టాలనా?
Near the heart.
No, sir.
దాన్ని ఏ ముద్ర అంటారు? దాంట్లో అంజలి ముద్ర స్టైల్లో పెట్టాలి. ఇది ఏ స్టైల్? అది అంజలి ముద్ర. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఈ స్టైల్లో పెట్టాల. నమస్కార్, నమస్తే అండ్ సైన్స్ అండ్ బెనిఫిట్. ఇది ఒక యోగా కూడా ఇది. ఓకే, ప్రెస్సింగ్ ద 2 thumbs to the sternum and inhaling and exhaling and keeping the gap in the palm and touching the fingers tightly, especially knuckles should be opened over there. That is the style of making the namaskaram and yoga also. Yes, let us come to the next point because it's the additional which I want to make it out because the context made me to give such an answer to you. Okay, now let us come to the point. Another point is printing press. Now, earlier, taking the expert opinion on the internet is not valid. Man should be present according to the CPC, and the witness backs should have to give the statement. Means physical presence should be needed for the witnesses. But because of scientific invention, because of the pandemic, virtual arguments are going on now in the court because it is allowed. So Anju Garg versus Hotel Administration Association of India, in this case under section 30 Punjab Excise Act 1914, and act prohibited the employment of any man or woman under the 25 years age to be employed in any part of the premises where an intoxicating drugs were consumed by public. But having regard to the present, అప్పుడు ఏముండదండి, మందు అమ్మే షాపులల్లా 25 కన్నా తక్కువ ఇయర్ ఏజ్ వాళ్ళను పెట్టకూడదు. యాజ్ ఏ స్టీవార్డ్ కానీ, యాజ్ ఏ సర్వెంట్ కానీ టు వర్క్ ఓవర్ దేర్. Because of the change of the society now, what will happen? Even person of above the 18 years age can be employed in the bar. BAR, బార్ అంటే ఏంటిదండి? తొందరగా చెప్పాలా? క్విక్.
Pass on, sir.
అయ్యా, బార్ తాగే బార్ అండి. పబ్, PUB పబ్.
Okay, sir. We don't know other word. Okay.
అది ఒక మీనింగ్. అక్కడ ఇంతకు ముందు మోర్ దెన్ 25 years వాళ్ళనే ఉండాలి. They are used to employ it. But now, because of the social changes would be there. Oh,
It's drop to 18 years, no, sir?
ఇప్పుడు now crossing 18 is there enough? నాకు ఒక చెప్పండి లాజిక్.
Okay.
ఓపెన్ చేసి పెడితే డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుంది. బార్లలో లేడీస్ ఎందుకు పెడతారండి సర్వర్స్? ఇక పోనీయండి లాజిక్. ఓకే 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 ఓకే. So now it is because of the social change would be there and changes in the society, and more than 18 years would be there, and they can keep even the ladies or gents above the 18 years in the bars. But scientific invention lo emunnadandi, the state versus J.S. Chowdhury, there is one of the case law it is made, because an expert opinion taken by a person who is there, of course, typewriter. A typewriter also will come under the section 45 of the Evidence Act 1872. Actually, that deals only the handwriting. But the invention of the scientific invention, even typewriter could also be taken into consideration, which typewriter will be used over there, and they will keep it as a handwriting material. They will take it out in that means. And earlier, typewriter will not be overruled, not taken into consideration. But Supreme Court then overruled the decision in the case of Hanumant versus State of Madhya Pradesh, which held that the opinion of the typewriting expert was inadmissible as evidence in the court of law. Earlier, typewriting was inadmissible, but now it is admissible, and they can make it out which typewriter it is used over there and what manufacturing company is used over there. They can give the expert opinion. So in the state of Maharashtra versus Dr. Prafulla Desai, is another case law where the section 388 of the Indian Penal Code, which deals with the gross medical negligence resulting in the death of the patient. But the prosecution wanted to produce the statement of a New York doctor, that is Dr. Greenberg, as an evidence. So they want to take the expert of the opinion of the Dr. Greenberg, who is there in the New York, but he physically, we cannot make him to come to the India and give the evidence in the court physically. The problem arose in the Dr. Greenberg refused to appear in the Indian court to record the statement. So there is no such a provision which can compel the witnesses residing outside the domestic territory of India to come in an Indian court as a witnesses. Suppose if a witness would be there in the foreign country, and the Indian government doesn't have any other right to call him there and force him to come and give the witness here in the India, when he refused to do so. Thus, in such a circumstances, video conferencing, now which is predominant because of the surge of the pandemic, now it is allowed. So viable, and it is taken to, even the arguments will be done, and even a case will be uploaded by online. So, but the accused opposed the video conferencing under the section 273 of the Criminal Procedure Code, but we cannot oppose it because now it will be allowed because of the pandemic, and earlier also it will be allowed over there because a witness is there in the foreign country and he could not able to travel over here and give the witness regarding the expert opinion is concerned. So, because of the scientific development, yes, it is allowed. Even what is allowed? Virtual conferencing, giving the witness by online. So the Supreme Court interpreted the presence not merely as a physical. So Supreme Court had made, when you say the presence, it doesn't mean that physically he should be present over there, but he can also be present by virtually. But as a situation in which the accused can see and hear and question the witness. Now I could see you, provided I could open my camera and do the thing, and you can also see me if I would open my camera, and you can see me also. So we can have, of course, unless until we kick it. Now I am sharing the screen, hence you could see the screen, everybody. So now it is allowed over there, virtual conference, because of the scientific development and because of surge of the pandemic. Now all cases would be through the online, including the classes. Agreed?
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
Very good. So reference to other statutes. See, whenever two acts have to be read together, the each part of the every act has to be construed, and if contained in one composite act, However, there is some clear discrepancy, then the later act would be modified the earlier. Suppose even in one act it is not clear over there regarding the definition, they can take from the another act. For instance, I don't know, Transfer of Property Act. Whether the Transfer of Property Acts define movable property and immovable property?
Yes, sir.
Both.
In the immovable property, it is not defined over there.
Yes, yes.
So for that immovable property, what the Transfer of Property said, no, please refer the General Clause of Act of 1897 for the immovable property. So, whenever the such a thing comes over there, in one statute, they will refer, please refer Company Law Act for the director definition. It is given in the Income Tax Act. So, this is the, I don't know, the call. Excuse me. Hello. సార్ ఇప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్ లో నేను లేను సార్, అందుకోసం డిస్కనెక్ట్. తర్వాత వస్తానండి, ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులు ఉన్నాయండి. సారీ సార్. ఓకే, now let us come to the point of here, and for that we have to refer the General Clause Act 1997. A singular includes plural and a masculine includes feminine. ఎక్కడ ఉన్నదండి?
General Classes Act.
ఏ సెక్షన్ లోనండి? సార్ ఇప్పుడే మర్చిపోయాను సార్, మీరు
Yes, sir.
సెక్షన్ 13, if I not be mistaken. క్రాస్ చెక్ చేద్దామండి.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Section 13, masculine, gender, ampersand, singular. ఏమిటండి? చదవండి, మీరు చదవండి. రీడ్ సెక్షన్ 13. Read.
Masculine, gender, and singular.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And is the equivalent is and, but actually it is the ampersand. Okay, let us see it again. We will go back to our own original. So now, because of scientific invention, even a virtual also will be taken into consideration now. So that is reference to other statutes that we made. And when you are referring one statute, they will say refer to that statute for the more information or for the definition. Let us see that in the case of State of Madras versus A. Vidyavati Iyer, the respondent income tax officer was accused of accepting a bribe. The trial court convicted him and awarded the rigorous imprisonment for 6 months. When an appeal made in the High Court set him free on the ground of possibility that he might have borrowed the money and not accepted it as a bribe. సార్, అల్లుడు మా దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి పైసలు తీసుకున్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఏది అగ్రికల్చర్కి, కెన్ యూ టర్న్ ఇన్ టు ద బ్రైబ్?
No, sir. No, sir.
Dowry.
No, sir.
We should not turn it to the dowry. The Supreme Court held that the accused, మీరు మ్యూట్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేయగానే రీసౌండ్ వస్తుందండి, ఇమీడియట్ గా క్లోజ్ చేసేసాయండి, ఎందుకంటే రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది నాకు, అది పెట్టండి. ఓకే, నౌ లెట్ us see that the High Court free him because he took the hand loan but don't give the color as a bribe. బ్రైబ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడైతుంది, ద పర్పస్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్ ఓవర్ దేర్, అదైతే అది డౌరీ అవుతుంది. ఏది, if you take from the mother-in-law, father-in-law for the agricultural purposes, the hand loan to keep it sowing and harvesting and for the irrigation of your field, then you can say it is, you don't turn it to the dowry. Suppose if you are paying the money which is supposed to be paid as a fee, government fee, and this cannot be as a bribe. And moreover, if a person has taken the loan, we cannot take him as a bribe. Sir, income tax officer appu తీసుకోలేడా అండి? Yes,
sir. తీసుకోవచ్చు, sir.
he can take it hand loan because he never believe in the bribe, nor he can eat the bribe money also. The Supreme Court held that the accused guilty has made the observation that the judgment of the High Court was extremely perverse. So now, the definition, how could we give it? We have to refer to the same. Suppose if it says Section 4 of the Prevention of the Corruption Act of 1947, it directs perimetria. Suppose something is not over there, then you have to refer to the another to know whether presumption, like that Indian Evidence Act has been utilized to construe the word, it shall be presumed in Section 4 of the Prevention of Corruption Act. So presumption, what is presumption? If you want to know it, you have to refer it to the Indian Evidence Act. Suppose if they write it in the dowry, of course the dowry which is given, the definition in the Dowry Prohibition Act is well and good. If the dowry provision is not given over there, then they will say that refer to the General Clause Act, if it is not there. So that is the external aid we can use it. Then textbooks. I don't know whether you saw it or not. In some judgments, a notable textbooks names are given, like D.K. Basu and Woodruff Worf and Amir Ali. And such books as a law of contract or law of evidence by authors, or the public international law by Starke, or public international by the Oppenheim, and the great authors, even names are also used over there in the judgments. And you may also use, if it is Christians, Bible version also used over there. If it is the Muslim, Quran versions also used over there. And if it is the Hindus, then they can use the Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Jimutavahana, and Vijnaneshwara, and Kautilya. These are the things they can use it when it, the reference is made. These are the textbooks. But it doesn't mean that they have to follow it. No. If it is justification is there, they can follow it. For instance, you can take Keshavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. There are many books are used over there as a reference. Supreme Court has a large number of the textbooks they used in the decision. The majority of the opinion that, in view of the many opinions and counter the opinions expressed by the authors and jurists in the textbook, it was not desirable to follow the opinions quoted in the text. Either it may take it or they may not take it. Or they say it is not desirable to follow the textbook definitions because that will not suit to the present situation. So, depending, it is the discretion of the judge. And moreover, it is the counsel also you have to convince the judge. This is another point. So, in the imputation statute more, it is the cleverness and the skill of the advocate and to convince the judge. And the judge will be convinced, they will say, yes, this rule I can be applied over there and this definition can be applied, then it can be done. So that was the thing in the Keshavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala, that is AAR 1973 Supreme Court 1461. But actually this is not the style of writing. I will show you the style of writing here. It's bold and comma. This is the actual style of writing. And this parenthesis should be removed. And this parenthesis also arrested should be also removed. Still 5 minutes are there. Okay, we can wind it up. Don't worry. Dictionaries. I told you, what is the good dictionary in the law? Sorry.
Blacksmith, sir. Blacksmith. Something.
At least I appreciate. Black's dictionary is the best dictionary for the law. For the lexicography, of course, Dr. Samuel Johnson, that we will use it. So dictionary meaning also we can take it out, and Oxford dictionary also we can take it out, and mostly the Black's dictionary, which is very much famous in the legal terminology is concerned, and the definitions are concerned, we will use it. And of course other dictionaries also we can make it, but the best dictionary is that 11th edition, and where the chief editor is Chief Brian A. Garner, and is the world's leading legal lexicographer, and the 11th edition is the most authoritative and comprehensive law dictionary ever published. So that is the thing which will use. Next, the sixth one is judicial decision, foreign decision. మనం నెగ్లిజెన్స్ అనగానే ఏ కేసులో యూజ్ చేస్తామండి మనం? ఎస్, అమెండ్మెంట్ టు ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ అనగానే ఏ కేసులో యూజ్ చేస్తామండి మనం? బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అనగానే మనం ఏ కేసులా?
కేశవానంద భారతి.
కేశవానంద భారతి. నెగ్లిజెన్స్ అనగానే సార్ టాట్లాల మాకు అంత లేదు సార్ నాలెడ్జ్. డొనగో వర్సెస్ స్టీవెన్సన్. That case law is very much famous case law. These case laws are only persuasive value. Strict liability అనగానే కేసు లా యూజ్ చేస్తామండి. సార్ మీరే చెప్పండి సార్. రేలాండ్ వర్సెస్ ఫ్లెచర్, అబ్సల్యూట్ లయబిలిటీ, the famous case law. Absolute liability is there. Then the strict liability concept is changed to the absolute liability. A case law, oleum gas case law. And the same thing is used there in the Bhopal gas tragedy. What is the Bhopal gas tragedy case law name? Sir, mere cheppandi sir. Anyone?
Pass on, sir.
Union Carbide versus the Union of India.
Yes.
కాబట్టి అవన్నీ పర్చేసివ్ వాల్యూస్. ఇఫ్ ద కోర్ట్ వాంట్ దే కెన్ టేక్ ఇట్, ఇఫ్ ద కోర్ట్ డజంట్ వాంట్ దే కెనాట్ టేక్ ఇట్. సో ఎంవి ఎలిజబెత్ వర్సెస్ హార్వాన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అండ్ ట్రేడింగ్ ప్రైవేట్ లిమిటెడ్ లో డిఫరెంట్ ఒపీనియన్ అండ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ డెసిషన్స్ ఇంటర్ప్రిటెడ్, బికాస్ మరైన్ లో ఎప్పుడైనా సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ యూజ్డ్ ద ఒపీనియన్ అండ్ దే యూజ్డ్ ద ఇంగ్లాండ్ యాక్ట్, బికాస్ అవర్ లా is nothing but the replica of, yes, our law is, Indian law is nothing but the replica of, replica
Britain law, sir.
England law, English law. Next, government circulars, publications, commissions, committees, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఎయిడ్స్ కింద యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. మండల్ కమిషన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ తీసుకుంటాం మనం. ఇజ్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్? సో గవర్నమెంట్ సర్కులర్, పబ్లికేషన్స్, ఇప్పుడు డిజాస్టర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఉన్నది, సర్కులర్ వచ్చింది GOMS. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ వేర్ ద మాస్క్ యూ విల్ బి పెనలైజ్డ్. ఇజ్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So these government circular, publications, reports, commissions also we can take as an external. And the Rosie and another was the state of Kerala, అందులో in the Law Commission of India 41st report of interpretation of section 2002 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, where they used it in this case law. మళ్ళీ other material అలా, the other material we can say that external aids are very much useful tools, not only for the proper and correct interpretation and construction of the statutory provision, but also for the understanding the object of the statute. The mischief rule can be used and remedied in the circumstances enacted many other relevant matters. In the absence of the admissibility of these external aids, sometimes court may not be in a position to do justice in a case. Kabatti court may take the other views also, like textbooks, articles, journals, they use as an external aids. External aids, dictionaries, textbooks, articles, papers, and published works, they can use as an external aids in the other materials.